Good morning, this is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutLoud.com. Welcome to the pre-market game plan for the major futures indices, gold and oil. For today, it is Tuesday, it is November 14th, 8:55 a.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to begin with gold today. Gold was very active in the overnight trading session, and after a consolidation period and actually pivoting at 1280 area yesterday, it did reverse, breached the first area of support at 1274, and then decided to continue its descent all the way to the 1270 area. So what we're looking at right now is from the perspective of the daily chart. We had a first initial bounce from this 200 moving average onto the daily chart, and it was very shortly lived. So the ascent was very shortly lived. It topped off at 90 resistance area from prior pivot highs, and it reversed. So right now it's back to square one, back into the support level at 70. So this may be either a bounce or maybe a breach of this area for a further continuation with the target area into the 60 and into the 50 area. So this is the area that we will be looking at. However, on a breach of this 65 area, which is substantial from other pivot lows that were developed in October, throughout October actually, on a breach of this level, we may have a continuation lower into the next support level, which is around 1220 area. So that is going to have a lot of impact on the price of gold if we breach this support level at 65 area. So going back to the hourly chart to decide on the direction for today and decide on a game plan for today, we are looking right now as a cluster at this cluster right here, developing strong resistance at the 76.4.5 level, and also having a lot of resistance at the 1275. Now, this is going to be the area of decision, because if the price is going to reverse back up, we're going to continue probably into this next cluster from these pivot lows into the 77.5 and 77.8 and even into the 78.5, where we have a lot of selling pressure coming in as well from this 200 moving average. Now, what we see right here is that we have to take a look at what happened at this level before. So we had this flush bar all the way to the downside. Psychology took it higher, right? So the psychology behind the candlesticks took the price higher, reversed, and then back up and considerably a little higher, and then a flurry again with a flush bar once again to the downside. So this is going to be once again the decision point. We may still have a flurry into the 70, but again, we're dealing with this cluster right here, and we're dealing from these pivot lows right now. So these are the ranges for today, from 70 all the way into the 74 and 76. So right now we're getting a little bit more selling pressure, and once again, the more we digest this level and the more we break below this level, the more it seems that we're going to see levels of 65 today. All right, let's move on to oil, and oil is only down 30 cents on the day. So we've had a consolidation in the first phase of the overnight session. And starting at 9 p.m. Eastern, the price started to descend, testing the prior areas of support into the 56.25 area. We also have a rising 200 right here. We may get a reaction off of that as well. And so far, we have to wait on the next move. It is just a very sloppy pattern throughout. We can see that since we had the big bar to the upside that happened on the 6th, and this is the one right here, we have been in a very, very sideways channel, very sloppy channel, somewhat descending top, somewhat descending bottoms right here, and we're grinding into this 200 moving average as well. From the daily perspective, the next support area that we see is $55.45. So that is the next area that we will be looking at. Also, let's begin with, I want to take a look at silver, because silver was very interesting as well. Although you can see that silver is holding the range much better than the descent that we had in gold. So we're looking at a support of 16.8, and we're looking at a resistance of 17, but anything over 17, 1704 or 1708 can be seen as a possible swing, with support level being into the 16.80. So this is very interesting. It's going to be on our watch list, obviously, for today. And now let's begin with the mini Dow Industrial Average and take a look at the indices. So after a relative very sideways and very flat overnight trading session, following the news announcement that we had at 8:30, the price started to come in and breaking this resistance right here and trying to go for a cone fill all the way into the 23,300, which is the next support area, all the way into the 23,262. Keep in mind there is a double bottom, actually a triple bottom at this level of 23,270. So this level right here at the 70 area, we do have a triple bottom, and we may see some bounces off that area. Also keep in mind that from the daily chart, we're still into this rising 20 moving average. And we may get a strong reaction off of that. And we saw that every single time when the price has reached this 260 area, it got bought. 260 again, it was bought. 260 again, the price rose yesterday. And then again, right now we're at 350. If we hover into the 260 area, once again, the price may get bought again. But on a rejection of this price at 270, the price may come in more, and we're looking for a target of 23,200. So that is the next target area that we're going to look at. So going back to this hourly chart, if the price is going to break above 23,436, we're going to be bullish, more bullish. 23,450, it's going to take the price back up to 23,400 and 550. Right now, it's into a decision point. Keep in mind, we still have a lot of support here at 350. This may be a turnaround back into the 400, and then we're going to await decision. Let's take a look at the S&P 500, and the S&P 500 very sideways. So the ranges that are going to be in play today are going to be 2570. Buys off the 2570 may be possible, with target areas into the 75, possibly 77, and into the 80s, more like 79. And on a break of this support level right here into the 2570, we may have we do have room to continue lower into 2562.50. So these are the target areas that we're going to be looking for. Obviously, the buys from the lows pushing higher would be one of my favorite strategies, taking into consideration the very strong overall trend. But also shorts off the 2580 area back into the 75 may be possible ideas for today. Let's take a look at NASDAQ also. Very sideways overnight trading session. A lot of selling pressure coming in here at 63.20. A break above 63.20 may be seen as a possible continuation higher. We're also seeing this rising 200 moving average right here that may hold the price right here where it is trading at 6,300, and we may still have today's range from 6,300 all the way into the 6,315 area. These are strong buy areas right here, even off the 200 moving average into the 95. We're going to wait for price reaction. Also, if we're going to breach this, and if the price is going to hover in this area, consolidate weekly under 63, we may see the price pull in all the way to 62.80. 62.80, that will be seen once again as buying pressure coming in. So for a counter trend trade back to the upside with targets into the 6,300 and into 63.09, 63.10. One other index that is on our watch list is RTY. And RTY, it is very sideways. It has started, and it's actually continuing to be weak, and it's been more than a month of weakness in RTY. RTY pointing strongly to the downside. And from that date, so actually it was October 9th. It's continuing to create lower highs and lower lows. We do have these descending tops and descending bottoms. We do have strong support level here at 65. With Russell, I will be looking very carefully at this level, the 1471. This is what is going to be on my watch. Possibly pop into the 74 and shortable. Obviously, we're going to look at divergence and synchronicity throughout the indices at the open, and we're going to be also looking at symmetry. So far for the day, E-mini down is down 57 points, 0.24%. The S&P is down 7 points and a quarter, 0.28%. NASDAQ is down 13 points, 0.21%. So overall, we see symmetry throughout the board. Even Russell is down 3.6 points, down 0.24%. So they're all in equilibrium right now. The only one that is down for the day and that has a higher impact and has just tested that 70 level that we've talked about is gold, that is down 6.7 points, down 53 actually percent right now. And last but not least, oil. And we talked about oil as possible because we started with oil as a possible correction. So this is the area that we're going to be watching right now. It says some alerts for the 5630 area. This is going to make it or break it type of pattern here. We still have, and keep it in mind, we do have the API oil numbers that are coming out today at 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. Just a heads up. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And remember to follow us on our private Twitter feed. If you want to email us for more details, email us at info@tradeoutloud.com. Thank you and have a great rest of the day. Make today a profitable trading day.